We have Guzzlord making its way into Pokemon Go raids on Tuesday, so hope you guys are ready to break down all of the counter guys and the 100% IVs to optimize this raid boss in Pokemon Go, and then we will have a best of the best to see if Guzzlord is worth our time, energy, and resources. So Guzzlord, Tuesday, November 8th at 10 a.m. local time, and that's going to go all the way until the 23rd, which is quite a long period of time, and at 10 a.m. it's going to change over. So if you guys do need any more raid battles, because this is obviously a brand new raid boss, it's going to be desirable. You can check the pin comments below, jump into the Discord, get totally free access, or what you can do is check out the Patreon and get more exclusive access for a small price and have a more dedicated team of raiders with you to go after these Pokemon. So either of those are going to work for you. Definitely check one out. This Pokemon is going to be a Darkened Dragon. It's going to max out at 3264, and its max HP is going to be 440, so it is a relatively tanky Pokemon, but it does have much lower attack and defense. This Pokemon is going to have 5 weaknesses, including a double weakness, which is Fairy. Yes, Fairy. This Pokemon is going to get destroyed by Fairy types, so definitely keep that out there. And additionally, it's going to be weak to Ice, Fighting, Dragon, as well as Bug. And it's going to be double resistance to Psychic, and it's going to have 6 resistances as well in the single form if you guys do want to check them out over here. Not super important because we're obviously going to focus on its weaknesses. As far as trainers to take it down, it's going to be approximately 0.9 trainers, so it does look like this Pokemon is doable under the right circumstances with the right Pokemon. And as far as the 100% IV, at level 20, every condition, but 2 conditions, will be 1650, and then weather boosted in those 2 conditions, which are going to be windy weather and foggy weather because of the dragon and the dark type combination will get boosted all the way to level 25 at 2062. And as far as its movesets, it's going to get Snarl and Dragon Tail. Snarl is the premier dark move for meta attackers. Dragon Tail is as well. However, this Pokemon not really the best from what I can see as a meta attacker, but we will check it out for PvP as well as meta attackers to see how it does sit in the near future. And the moveset of it is going to be Sludge Bomb, Dragon Tail, Brutal Swing, Dragon Claw, as well as Crunch. So Darkened Dragon mostly with a hint of poison. And the Sludge Bomb is going to be one of those movesets in here that's going to be slightly problematic for the Fairy types because Fairy types are going to be weak to poison, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem, but not really too much because that double weakness still warrants us to go after Fairy typings. So with that said, now we're going to get to the top counter, starting off with the Shadow Pokemon, and the #1 Pokemon overall, even Megas and Shadows included, is going to be Gardevoir with Charm and Dazzling Gleam. I'm really fortunate that I do have this Pokemon already maxed out to level 50. I am very excited to use this Gardevoir in this situation. Man, it's going to be really fun. In #2, we have Shadow Granbull with Charm and Play Rough, and those are going to be the Shadows, and then we're going to go into the non-Shadows and the regular forms, including the Megas. In spot #1, we are going to have Alakazam. Yes, Alakazam is one of them with Counter as well as Dazzling Gleam. If you guys didn't see my best of the best for Mega Alakazam, you should check it out up here because this Pokemon with Dazzling Gleam is quite crazy. However, Dazzling Gleam is an elite charge TM move, but in my opinion, having an Alakazam with at least this moveset is definitely worth it. But then also, Counter is as well if you don't already have that in your Pokemon, and yes, it is a Psychic Mega, so these are off typings for it. They are not getting the stab boost, but in this situation, they are very effective. And then in spot #2, we have the regular Gardevoir with Charm and Dazzling Gleam. In spot #3, we also have Charm and Dazzling Gleam on the Togekiss, which then leads us into the spot #4, which is going to be Xurkitree because that also does get Dazzling Gleam with Thunder Shock as the quick move. And then in spot #5, we actually have Zacian with Snarl as well as Play Rough. And then next, we have Primarina with Charm and Moonblast. And then we have Charm and Play Rough on the Granbull, followed by Sylveon with Charm and Dazzling Gleam. And then Tapu Koko does get Charm as well as Dazzling Gleam. And then we have Mega Latias that does get Charm. I would probably skip over this one. And then we have Galarian Rapidash, we have Beartic, and then we're getting into our first non-fairy type, which is actually going to be Terrakion. Terrakion with this new fighting moveset is insanely strong with Double Kick and Sacred Sword. And then we have Florges and other budget counters. So there's a lot of budget counters that work really well, including Granbull. Gardevoir is even considered one without having to power up any type of legendary. So if you guys do want to keep going down on the list, you can check out these Pokemon and choose some of your party counters. But just remember, guys, fairy counters are the best. They're even better as we haven't seen any other legendaries besides that Terrakion quite far down. And we have other much less strong Pokemon, but with that double weakness, it is making them much more effective, such as the Primarina. Is crazy to think that that Pokemon in this situation is stronger than a Terrakion. And then as far as the weather conditions, we do have the cloudy weather. So cloudy weather is going to be best for our counters. It is going to boost all of the fairy type counters. Yes, we are going to have other counters that can be boosted here, like such as fighting, which would work for the Alakazam in the Mega form to be able to boost that counter. But man, cloudy weather is going to be optimal for us going after this attacker. And also in the cloudy weather, it is going to boost Sludge Bomb. Just be cautious with that Sludge Bomb because it is going to be effective against all of our fairy counters. counters. And then we have rainy weather. Rainy weather is going to be effective with the bug type counters, but once again, we did not check out any bug type counters. And then next we have snowy weather that is going to boost the ice type counters, but once again, not a double weakness, so it's a little bit easy to overlook that situation. Next we do have foggy weather. Foggy weather is going to be great because it will boost this Pokemon all the way to level 25. However, it's also going to boost all the dark type moves, which are not really that big of a deal. And then next we are going to look at the windy weather because it is also going to boost the Guzzlord all the way to level 25. It will boost all of its dragon typings, and if we want to use dragons against it, we can, but it is obviously not recommended as always. So Guzzlord, going to be fun to go after. It's great to see a brand new Ultra Beast making its way into Pokemon Go. Let me know what you guys plan to do, and once again, if you guys do need any raid battles, please check the pinned comments below, jump into the Discord, totally free, and if you want more exclusive access, jump into that Patreon as well. So thank you guys for being here as always. To all my likers, comments, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes their support, subscription, participation to the next level. See you guys out on the next video. Peace.
I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.